Coming up on the first pitch, our starting pitcher in this one, Merrill Kelly.
Well, he's allowing just over 1 base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Next offering is in for a strike. In the air, center field. Caught for the out. Here's a Mets lineup now.
Right fielder,
and it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Here's Juan Soto. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. And strike 2.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Steps on first for the out.
Batting third, first baseman Pete Alonso.
2 outs, base is empty. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. Up the middle. The throw to first. And that's the 3rd out. We're midway in inning number 1. No score. And we're back. And today's starter, Kodai Senga. What do we have on him?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way.
Now a rocket to right center, way back there, and forget it, it's out of here. He'll touch them all. His first homer of the year, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
This is Corbin Carroll. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
A swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
And it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Eugenio.
Ball.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Hits the fence. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Here's Josh Naylor. Ground ball up the middle. McNeil sends it to first. Run scores, and that makes it 2-0 as they get the out. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
He's
been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Soto. And makes the grab. And that will end the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to the second inning here in the desert. It's the Diamondbacks 2 and the Mets nothing. New inning getting started. Now, Starling Marte.
Designated hitter, Starling Marte.
So after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And there's a ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And a pitch. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Line drive. Gurriel handles the chance.
Batting fifth, left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. 1 out, base is empty. The 1-1 is fouled off. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. This one's got a chance. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2 down, base is empty. And now it's Mark Vientos. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one opts against the fence. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
So runner at second, 2 down. Jeff McNeil stands in. Got him. And that'll do it.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Swings and misses. 1-2.
1 ball.
Singy wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Brooke, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Here's Garrett Hampson. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Taylor makes the grab, 2 down. Jose Herrera stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 2 outs, base is empty. Outside with a breaking ball. On the ground, Lindor whips it to first. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Nothing doing for Arizona as they're unable to add to their 2-0. Back here at Chase Field, on to the 3rd inning. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. That one fouled off, 2-2. High fly ball out towards left field. Ranging back. And brings it in at the wall.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So up next, Tyrone Taylor. Kelly winds and deals. Just missed. That one in for a strike, 2-2.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Brings it in. 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Ripped to short. Perdomo on to first. Lindor retired. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Mets. And they're down 2-0. Back here in the desert. And the batter now, Ketel Marte.
Second baseman, Ketel Marte.
The count 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. He's got it, and there's 1 down. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Corbin Carroll.
1 down, base is empty. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Pops over the wall and knocks an automatic double.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. And it sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
Randall Grichuk now. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. And 2 away now. Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the 3rd. And that misses. 2 balls and a strike.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
And now it's Josh Naylor out to center. Taylor under it. Makes the catch. That is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back.
Leading
Start
off
of the fourth.
the
Here's a big
right
power
fielder,
threat.
Juan
Soto. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Ripped on the ground to second. Marte throws to first in time. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Swing at a ground ball. Toss to Naylor. And that takes care of Alonso. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Starling Marte. Up the middle. And that one finds its way through. And that keeps the inning alive. Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Back-to-back base hits. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 2 left for the Mets. Still down 3-0. Bottom of the inning, and it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Diamondbacks left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Cut on and lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Geraldo Perdomo now at the plate.
Shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
There's a swing and a drive. Back there. And into the pool. It's out of here. A solo shot. And they add a run. It's 4-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
1 out, base is empty. Garrett Hampson, the next to hit. And that one hammered. Taylor going back onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold on to it after contact.
That one hit to right. Soto going after it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's now a 4-0 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. Now one missed. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That's a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
And stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. Swing and a ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Now batting, center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor digs in now. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And downstairs, he was looking to come up with the shutdown inning, and off to a shaky start. Next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. McNeil at second, Alvarez at first with no outs. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So the batting order turns over. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. And that's in for a strike. And a count 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Two on, 2 outs. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Dedniel Nunez.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. These days, when you see a ball come off the bat like that, I mean, the first thing you want to know as a spectator, what was the exit velocity? 109 in this case. I mean, that's just impressive, and it's so cool we can get that sort of feedback so instantly in today's game.
Now here is Corbin Carroll. Toss to Alonso, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
The 2-1. On the ground, right side. McNeil gets it to first. Play is made, 2 out. Two down, bases empty. Eugenio Suarez getting ready to hit. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And that misses. And that's ball 3. Action in the Mets bullpen. Clay Holmes up and throwing. Razabon warming up as well. 2 down, nobody on. That one the other way. McNeil. And that ends the inning. So they get 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on. We're through 5. It's the Diamondbacks 5 and the Mets nothing. Back here at Chase Field, in steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Fought off foul. Pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 2-2. That one ripped. Raging back towards the wall. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Starling Marte up to hit. That catches the corner. Fights that one away, still 1-2. 1 down, base is empty. And it's even up.
2-2 to count.
Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. 2-2 now. just misses the mark outside the zone. The other way. He's got it. There's 2 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Up the middle, finds its way through, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Swing and a line drive slicing into right field, and he makes the catch. And that is that. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Diamondbacks 5 and the Mets nothing. Well, we go bottom 6, and here is Josh Naylor. Next offering is in for a strike. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets, Reed Garrett. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Got him swinging.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
In the air, left field, down the line, and it stays fair.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad job. Those small moments can be costly.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Line to left. And there's 2 away. Garrett Hampson stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Garrett Hampson.
On the ground to third. They take the force-out inning over. 1 hit, 1 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 5 and the Mets nothing. Back here in the desert, here's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound.
Now pitching for
and
the
we've got ourselves a
Diamondbacks.
pitching change. Brandon
Number
Fogg.
32.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
That misses the zone. 2-1.
Helpful.
In the air, left field. Gurriel hauls it in, and there's 1 away. And next for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. And the next pitch is way outside. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Fouls 1 off. 2-2. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. 2-2 on the way. Warning track. Wall. And you can touch them all, baseball man. He circles the bases. His 2nd of the year. And they cut into the deficit. It's 5-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
So 1 out, nobody on. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Fastball for a strike. Cut out and miss. Struck him out. That's the 2nd out. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. And there's a foul ball. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Gurriel going back. Bounces off the wall as he makes the grab.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Reed Garrett. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. That one ripped right center field. Soto really on his horse for it. That one hops against the fence. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Now up next for Arizona, Ketel Marte. That one the other way. Lindor on to first. They get the out on Marte. So digging in, Corbin Carroll. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 out and a runner at second here at the bottom of the 7th. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Coming home. He'll score.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over, and that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
1 out, runner at second. And next is the designated hitter. Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. His first homer of the year, it's 8-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That pitch looked like the splitter, but normally doesn't stay that high in the zone. The bottom falls out, at least to bring it around belt level, but that one just stayed up, and with that kind of velocity, it's going to get hit really hard, as it did right there.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Reed Garrett done for the afternoon. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Huascar Brazoban.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Eugenio Suarez stands in now for the Diamondbacks. The 1-1. Hit on the ground to short. Lindor. That's it out.
Now batting, first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
In the air, left side. Nimmo has it sized up. Brings it in, and that will end the inning. D-backs at a pair on the homer. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable.
Now, this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. It's his 6th home run of the season. It's 8-2.
You almost feel bad for the baseball when Juan Soto hits it. His swing is so powerful. Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
Here's Pete Alonso. Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2. Will they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Designated hitter,
Starling Marte will hit next. Ground ball to the right side. And he handles it himself for the out. Scale of 1 to 10. How good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, dude. And
Big Dome makes the catch, inning over. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. And this is now an 8-2 ball game. Back after this on the show. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. He flexes his power with that swing. His 7th home run of the season. It's 9-2. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. With this pitcher's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
Geraldo Perdomo now at the plate. Next pitch is outside.
You know, these D-backs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They've already plated 9 runs, and taking a look up and down this lineup, it's tough finding someone who hasn't contributed in their own way.
That's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Taylor makes the grab on the run.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Garrett Hampson stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Torey Lovello making a move for a new bat. Alek Thomas. Swung on, belted. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double. 1 out, runner at second. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Jose Herrera. Time called. So now a pinch hitter for the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. He gets a chance with a runner in scoring position and one gone. Breaking ball misses down and away. Man at second. That one the other way. McNeil tosses to first, and they get the out. Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Ranging back. Caught just shy of the wall. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Mets. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. Now the Diamondbacks manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Elvin Avalos, on for his major league debut. So we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one. Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for two.
Thomas makes a nice running catch.
Now batting, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
Here's the catcher to hit, Francisco Alvarez. Swing and a miss. Vientos leads off first with one away. In the dirt, and the runner stays where he is.
First strikeout for him in this one, and that splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit and
lace down the line. This looks like extra bases. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Coming home. The relay, he will score, and it's 9-3.
Everything came together for him. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was
ground ball, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
These hitters had the long ball working for him today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
9-3 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.